everybody, and welcome to Off the Rack, the comic book review show where we talk about a comic and break it down by its basic elements in the writing and the art. I'm Sal.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
Today we're going to talk about the Marvel Comics event, Avengers Standoff. Welcome to Pleasant Hill #1. This is not the event, this is just a prelude to the event. It's setting up the cards and letting you know what kind of universe/sandbox we're going to play in. And I think it is a lovely palate cleanser for the event fatigue that I think everybody is suffering from after Secret Wars. What'd you guys think?
This is a real cool book. I definitely recommend you get it. Get on board now so that you know what's going on and you can enjoy it as it goes.
That's right. And pick up all the tie-ins and the
No,
action
whoa,
figures
whoa.
and the posters. Oh, no.
No.
I liked it. How about this? I liked the book. There are elements of the book. I was
That
like,
you were not a fan of?
no.
What's so far?
Well, I mean, like, part of the story, but I don't want to get into that until we get into that.
Fair enough. So, what did you guys think of the writing for this story? It's written by Nick Spencer, so right off the bat, I was like, oh, I haven't seen a Nick Spencer event. Okay.
I'll say this much. No character really stood out for me in terms of writing.
I agree with you. I did not feel like there was a breakout amazing character. The only kind of like, yeah, that's all I'll say for now. What do you think?
About the writing?
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, that's right. Like it felt kind of like it was so good that it was almost forgettable because you just kind of were immersed in the story. That nothing broke out as being bad or great. It was just a story.
I was not a fan so much of the little girl.
The small child with a power element is so overplayed in Marvel that I was also done with it.
Well, not only that, but how she spoke.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, of course, she has to speak like she has no emotion or inflection.
Well,
like,
yeah.
I am the world. What are you doing? It was very Equilibrium-esque.
Okay.
Like a little kid from Equilibrium.
Oh. And Bagley drew it, so it looked fine.
Yeah.
It was cool. He wasn't breaking any new ground, but he did a nice job. Avengers Standoff, this is setting up the universe and the story. Last page reveal was like, what? I had theories about who our main guy, Jim.
Yeah, I think we all had theories because the book set it up for a theory.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Who'd you think Jim was before the reveal?
Steve Rogers.
Bucky
Okay.
Barnes.
I thought it was Ben Reilly. Spoilers.
It's not Bucky.
It's not Bucky.
Are we saying who it is?
No, let's not ruin it for him.
But it's
Okay.
not that.
Yeah.
Can I talk about what... Okay. I'm going to say something. And everyone's going to think that I'm saying I didn't like the book. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
Okay? Putting it out there. Like the book. S.H.I.E.L.D's plan is so stupid.
Oh my god. Well, like...
So stupid. And yet, that's kind of why I like the book. Because S.H.I.E.L.D. believes this is a really good plan. And I'm not
Right.
saying that the writers are writing this like this is a good plan.
No.
Like, it's almost like he's writing it as though like... And then she'll come up with this thing that they thought
Really
was a really
cockamamie
great
plan.
and it's really not going to work.
Right.
None of these people see the Matrix. Do you remember when the machines were like, yeah, we tried to make it totally perfect, and it just didn't work,
didn't work.
right? So now they can make it totally perfect, right?
Right.
They changed all these elements, and then they put people in that they might have met, like Maria Hill.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
why would you do that?
why?
Yeah, why tempt it?
Like,
I
why
guess
would you give them the opportunity to make connections?
Yeah, to have any kind of semblance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make it just hire other people. You don't have to be the person in charge. I think it's just because, all right. That said, I love what they're doing with Maria Hill.
Right, yeah, fine.
Because they're doing something
No,
with her.
Right. But
And
like,
it makes sense for her character. I like that a lot.
but that's not me saying I didn't like the book.
No, exactly. It's just like,
Like,
it's what the fuck.
That's such a stupid plan.
Okay, so Tiffany doesn't like the book.
Yeah,
Oh
right.
my God.
Hashtag Tiff hater.
No! Like,
No, I agree.
I love the fact that they're setting them up for this kind of hard fall. Like, where they've put together this thing that they're like, this is so foolproof.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be so great.
It's so great.
Look,
How
I know we
fuck
had
this
problems
kid.
with the raft. I know
Yeah.
we had problems with the vault.
Yep.
I know we've had problems with apparently the negative zone.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
I
was
was
during
like,
Civil War.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I was like, but this one, don't worry, this is gonna
Yes.
work.
Yeah.
I know we've had
It will
trouble
never work.
with conventional prisons, but how about mind control?
Yeah. And then,
Like-
and how about we create a whole new set of memories for them, but we make them kind of similar to what they already did.
Yeah.
Then we put in people who they've probably seen already.
Right. Or work
Guess
with.
what? The only real solution to this is the death penalty.
I mean,
I'm
right?
sorry. If a supervillain has killed like hundreds
More than 3?
of people,
Yeah.
You're like, I'm sorry, we had a trial.
Yep.
You get the death penalty and we kill you right away.
You're not crazy, you're an asshole.
You're
Goodbye.
never going to get out again.
Exactly.
Right. Well, how about this? Instead of...
Sometimes they do anyway.
Well, I was going to say, instead of using, like, doing supervillains, like, I get it. Like, they're trying to rehabilitate them because it's like, wouldn't it be great to be able to use them and, like...
Yeah, then their brilliance or their ingenuity
to, like,
or...
further society in a positive manner.
Yeah.
That's understandable. You know what, though? They're so crazy. They're so crazy! It's not going to work!
No. For me...
But, like, what if you took, like less... You know, supervillain, like a more
right, just
kind
lackeys and lower and like D-listers.
Yeah, and did this, and then like
those are D-listers.
You know, someone I know they're D-listers, but you know they're trying to not make them D-listers. You know,
well,
what I mean?
yeah.
But like the guy who's like, I just had a rough life.
Right, like why not just get all Hydra agents?
Yeah,
like and just you know
and
lackeys, like members of the Serpent Society.
Right, where you're like,
well, yeah.
look, you could help.
Well, then shouldn't conventional prison do the same thing?
Yeah, but.
For
Not
me,
when you have someone like busting people out.
No, it's
you
true.
know?
For me, I was like, it must suck to live in the Marvel Universe because, like, well, we tried prisons, so how about human rights violations? And I'm like, that is so frustrating and complicated because, and you know what it is? It's because any of those things, like a prison in the negative zone, yeah, that should have worked out perfectly. Only because it's a comic book, it will not because they have to escape.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like. And that's just how it is.
So
like,
really, they need Deadpool to come in and explain that.
And explain them, like, you're in a comic! You can never make it work. If a character appears in an upcoming Marvel movie, they're gonna be a main villain in this story. No matter how you've rehabilitated them or where you've put them.
Or if your book gets a new writer...
Yeah, things could change entirely. Yeah,
that guy's coming back.
Or even if the prison works perfectly,
yep.
Eventually the person in charge is going to get so diluted with power that they're going to start abusing it.
Or at the very least, someone will break out of that prison, or they'll break into the prison and release everybody. Like it's the same problem with all comic book conventions. But when you, and I think that's what's so interesting / frustrating about this comic is that it's so close to the line. Of like, we've tried, of being in continuity, like, we've tried this, and that, and this, and they should have a 99% success rate, but they don't, and it's not because you're not doing a good job, it's because of convenience and continuity, it's because comics sell better when the hero fights a bad guy.
Yep.
Like, I'm sorry, but, like, if you put all the supervillains in this jail, they're going to get out.
Yep.
Like, that's just how it is.
Well, they know that.
Yeah, well, they don't because they're trying these ridiculous moves.
No, the characters are trying these moves.
Yes, but I feel so bad for them because they're stuck in this world where it's like I don't do anything. It's like nothing I do matters. It's like every couple of years, everything resets. It is like that because it is that.
Oh my god, I just like the fact that they're writing this plan that is doomed to fail.
It is,
but they believe it.
Yes,
they believe in
it.
I think
that's
that's so like skilled about the writing and the story.
No, Spencer it's his due. I'm really excited to see him do an event. So there you go, guys. Avengers Standoff. Welcome to Pleasant Hill. #1. It's $5. I'm sorry. Pick it up and check it out because it's kind of worth it. It's really neat and obviously it inspires conversation.
Yeah, and in this one there was a lot of pages.
There's a lot to work with. It's not a total waste.
No.
Here's what you can pick up tomorrow that we were looking forward to seeing, Ben.
One of these weeks I recommended We Are Robin #8.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was like, you got to check out the Jokers that are coming out. Well, I read We Are Robin #8. That was a mistake.
Yeah.
So We Are Robin #9 is coming out, and I am not recommending that this week.
Oh.
Because the villain that they created is terrible.
How about those Jokers, though?
Well, that's the thing. Like, his name is Smiley, and he is the most stuck-up douche.
Yeah, no.
Oh, God. Like, and he worships the Joker. So, I don't recommend #9.
So you're recommending.
I'm taking that back. This week, I am recommending Daredevil #4.
Oh.
Written by Charles Soule, art by Ron Garney.
Yeah.
It looks really cool so far. Daredevil's pairing up with Captain America. It's going to be fun.
Sweet. I'm recommending Dark Knight 3, The Master Race #3. Remember that book? Remember when it came out and they were like, with no delays? Well, here it is finally coming out tomorrow. Can't wait for that. And then when we read it, we're going to have another episode of our mini-series DK3 WTF. That's right. You all have to read it.
Do you remember months ago, we reviewed a book on Off the Rack called Karnak.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, Karnak #2 is coming out.
Wow! You know, people have had Karnak on their #1 series, like the best series that came out of all different Marvel. I'm like, it was one effing
You know
issue,
what?
guys.
But Warren Ellis did a great job.
Yes.
You know?
It was a great writing and art combo. It's an
Yeah,
amazing series.
it's-
Maybe it's one issue.
It's Warren Ellis and Gerardo Zafina. Yeah, so that's coming out finally.
I actually did not know that. That's fantastic.
Right?
Can you remind us what the story for Karnak is? Because
No.
I've entirely forgotten.
You don't remember Karnak the Inhuman?
Yeah.
No!
He's cool. He could like
Is it the Tower of Babel and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that like warehouse. And
Yeah.
There was a lot of cool fight
he
scenes.
sees the like issues with people and things.
Yeah, the imperfection of someone.
Imperfections.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly. Karnak versus a warehouse full of enemy agents. The
thought you already
agents
beat those.
don't stand a chance, but the Zen gunner can turn the air itself into a deadly weapon? There's a
Wait.
question mark there. Karnak's in trouble.
Yeah. Okay.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
A
Anyway.
weapon?
A weapon?
Yeah, look, I don't know. I loved the art. I like Karnak. He's like
He's
kind of
fun. He's like the only fun Inhuman.
I know, he's kind of a jerk. And I'm like, yeah.
It's almost like he knows he's an Inhuman, so he's so annoyed about it.
Nitpick #7 from Images coming out. It's a book I've been
Ooh.
following. I really dig it. Written by Phil Hester and art by John McCrae. Of course, Saga #34 is coming out. So it's written by Brian K. Vaughan with art by Fiona Staples. I have to look at that one. I remembered it. And then I gotta tell you, I'm not a huge Hellboy fan, but I just wanted to give a shout out to the cover for Hellboy and BPRD 1953 Beyond the Fences, because it's like Hellboy in a Norman Rockwell painting.
Oh, that's fun.
So,
So just by that alone, I mean,
Right.
listen, that's what the cover's supposed to do. It's supposed to make you want to buy the
Right.
book. That's the first time you've been interested in the
Exactly.
Hellboy book. Well, there you have it, everybody. Those are the books that are coming out this week, tomorrow, and of course our recommendations from last week. We'll see you guys next time with an all-new episode of Off the Rack. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Sal.
I'm Ben.
and I'm Tiffany.
Keep on reading.
You know what's better about this book being called, Welcome to Pleasant Hill?
Yeah.
Is that it's not Silent Hill?
Well, yeah.
Because, I'd rather go to Pleasant Hill.
Would you?
Yeah.
There's some escape from Pleasant Hill.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, you know what? They'll just remake memories. They're not going to pull the nightmares from my brain and present them to me.
Yeah, that's true.